Hello everyone. So I haven't been making videos recently, mainly because I'm trying to make more long form content. Instead of just doing like quick 1 day videos, instead I'll be doing like I was trying to do like I'm trying to do a montage. Like I'm filming for like a just a little uh, soldier like rocket jumping soldier montage, just to chill, get some music in there, see how it goes. I haven't got all the clips yet. I've got very few clips because I want to do the soldier katana one, the samurai one, but because of all the weapons now is proper usage, like it's been I say nerfed, but it's been changed to what it actually is in TF2. I probably won't be using it as much because it's only really like situational now, a bit more situational for me, at least. But anyway, so let's talk about this. So what I'm doing is a tier list. Now I want to give a big thank you to this website, if I can. This website, tiermaker.com, very popular. Sorry about that. There were ads like here and here, but I don't want to get done for advertising to a fan base where I can't even get ads on my videos. Don't do that. So anyway, let's start off with this is the ammo hog, isn't it? Yes, it's the ammo hog. Now I haven't actually used in typical colors too, surprisingly. The only times I didn't use I've used it before, but it was ages ago. And I think it's been changed since. Uh, but yeah, from what I've used it in TF2 in like creators.tf. But looking at the stats for it in what's called on the wiki right now, yeah, it's pretty much the same. Um, it's all right from what I use in TF2. It's not exactly terrible. From what I know in TF2, it is good with a direct hit. Cause how much damage the direct hit does, just pop and then swap to it. Hit him with a direct hit rocket, hit him with a direct rocket, and then hit him with a shotgun. Uh, yes. As a soldier, it's used mainly. When I used it. I didn't really pull it out and start using it, running about with it. I mainly used my rocket launcher, and then got in close with the shotgun. Alright. So yeah, here's how it works. Never used or no any weapons that I have used like this. I'm just gonna put it in there because yes, the golden pan, but it's a reskin. Same with the pan. They're just reskins, so I don't really want to put them like this. The base melee. It's the base melee, so I mean, I wouldn't whip it out and just start randomly using it because, like, the only time I really would do that is if like I'm out of ammo like entirely. Because if I've got rockets in my reserve, I'll just reload the rocket and fire. Do way more damage. In my opinion, and yes, this is my opinion. This video isn't put it full screen. If you disagree, put it in the comments. Say what you think about it. I don't really. I'm not about to. This is not objective at all. This is subject. Well, it's objective, like how it plays objectively, but to me, I know I sound really stupid, but anyway. So I'll put them there. Actually, I'll put the reskins with the weapon because I just didn't want to say it clogs up, but it shouldn't really clog up. Marky Gardner, I bro, if you've even played this game, bop, I'm gonna create a new tier just to say it'll be like bottom tier, like literally put in the bin. Nah. But yeah, the ammo hog. Again, the problem is I don't use shotguns because the gun bolts are too good. But in general, shotguns, if I would use them, good, decent. Especially because it's more rewarding to use. That's why it's not situational, or like that's why it's not like if I could, I'd put if like normal shotguns would go in between them, but it look decent. This is the what is this? I get confused between them. That is the what? Oh no, I'm getting a bit confused. That's the aerial bomber. That's the aerial bomber. Uh, again, it's basically it's the airstrike, and I don't really like the airstrike. Situational, best used with this. The next weapon, situational. This actually no, decent for demo man, not for soldier, because with soldier rocket jumping, you need to be quick. Demo can afford to use this and then rain down pills after a sticky or rain down stickies. Trooper cannot. So I'll just say the TF2 names because I find it so much easier. But yep, yeah. That's the buff banner, isn't it? No, it's not. That's the buff banner. That's the conch. That's Battalion's backup. Decent. 30% max health. Defensive buff. Yeah, it's good, but it's not as good as the. I'll do the banners now. But very good in most situations. Conjurer, decent, but could be better with this weapon. This weapon, the black box, oof, is very useful to a new player or someone who ends up dying a lot. So very good in most situations. The Boonie Buster. To give this up for something like the Mantras or an actual good shotgun, I'm gonna reveal with you. Even the Bison, I prefer the Bison to this weapon. Good if people are like, it's good. It's 4 damage per bullet. It reloads the entire clip at once, so it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4 shells. It's got a higher clip size than the revolver, because for some reason the stats compare to the revolver, not the shotgun. And yeah, I just overall think it's meh. It's good at longer ranges, I guess. Best way to describe it. Uh, yeah, it holds 8 shots, but it doesn't. Instead of saying like 20% extra shells, it says compared to revolver 30% clip size. Not 20%, it is 30%, but yeah. Now we're on to that is the what's it called, the cow mangler. This is the cow mangler. Wow. Oof. I mean, if you end up using all your ammo, I mean, I guess it can be good, but I mean, literally, I can't exactly recommend it to you because it deals only number one. If you want to take out buildings and NG's not worth it. 20% damage to buildings, mini crits are normally crit, and 20% low reload time. It's got a higher clip size, which I'll give it that, but um, actually, it doesn't have a higher clip size. It has 4 ammo. It has 4 ammo capacity. The other rocket launcher, so that's a negative stat. I'm reading the stats exactly because I can't remember all the stats exactly. I know the basic weapons like the Beg Bazooka. Oh, you load up like that. I don't know exactly. I am sorry if you don't like me referring to them as they are in TF2. Then just say if you prefer me to use the actual names in game. Then I will. But it's not. There's a reskin. There's a green Boonie Buster. Put it in the same place. Direct hit. Very good. It's not overpowered. Overpowered implies it is like a crutch or doesn't take as much skill. It takes more skill to aim it, but if you are good with it, it'll be good to you. I use this for rocket jumping because it does not increase your rocket. It does not increase rocket jump damage. So if you shoot your feet, it'll do the same damage as if you had the sock. The whip, very good. No, not very good. Decent, quite decent. Because what it does is it allows you to just pop. It allows you to hit your teammates and go faster. Yeah, the exact stats are 15% fast movement speed. Now, it has a ridiculously large melee range for some reason. I don't know the exact meaning of that, exactly how long it is, but take it as you will. On hit boosts both player speeds for several seconds. 25% damage penalty, 20% more damage vulnerability on wearer. However, it's still really good. Just like rollouts. Like say now if like you don't have gunboats and you need to roll out to somewhere, you can hit the team and just run. It's a lot easier. Here we are. This used to be my favorite weapon, the double trouble. I really enjoyed this. Um, it's good for someone who's bad. It has extra explosion radius. Has less blast damage when rocket jumping. That's because it's 2 rockets, so it'll do. It wouldn't exactly be like that, but yeah. But then it's 35% damage penalty, 75% clip size, so it's one shot, plus 2 degrees per random projectile deviation. Basically, do you know the Pegasus gun times 10 when you play times 10 times 100? So when they go everywhere, that's because there's 2 degrees per projectile deviation that gets increased. That basically means when you shoot it, it's not guaranteed to go straight. It can go any other. It can go 2 degrees deviation. So basically, instead of going straight 90 degrees, you can go 92, 90, 80, 88, or whatever. You get what I mean. A 66% slower reload time and a 36% push force penalty. So rockets, literally anything like the air blast that can push back knocks you back. Let me go on mic because it's quite loud. But yeah, now next. So anyway, where is this going? This is gonna go. Oh, is going in the bad tier. Horrible mixed bad. Useless. That stays useless. That's the category of don't even use it. Equalizer. Don't really use it. Even in TF2, I don't really use it as much. It's okay. If I mean, it's basically the Boston Basher, but slower, and you damage people more as you become more injured. But as you become more injured, you shouldn't be meleeing. You should be evacuating to a health pack. So, like, maybe good in small, tight spaces where they have very little time to react to you turning a corner, so you can hit them. But if you miss, hit yourself. Slower firing speed, so if you miss, not only hit yourself, you have to hit again, but slower. Uh, bad. Escape plan. Now, this weapon. It's the same stats as TF2, except holster and deploy speed increases as the user becomes injured. But move speed and down, the rest is the same. Decent. Actually, I'll put it in very good in most situations because, as you say now, if you want to if you want to escape, say now if you don't have enough health to rocket jump away, or that rocket jumping would put you in the line of fire, running, just run, just get out there. See, this is why it used to be good. It used to be really good when in TF2 when they were both combined because it means you could run away, and then as you're really quickly approach someone who doesn't have time to react, you can smack her and do more damage. But anyway, I digress. The Furious Flag Axe, however you pronounce it. I'll call the Furious Flag. It's easier to say. The Furious Flag. I don't really use it because none was a custom weapon, and I'm stuck with the lore that I have, which is I'll explain to you my lore later where it is on the tier list. So, um, the Furious Flag. It has a large melee range and deploys and holster slower than normal. It has a +1 capture rate on wearer, so it's the pain train basically. Yeah, it's basically the pain train just with 10% slower move speed. Ugh. Which the pain train is terrible. We all know this. Literally, the only people who use pain train are them on Hightower, or like in some like custom community server where there's buffs or something. I don't know. Just pretty much useless. Uh, yeah. Sorry. Next up, we have the G bomb. 40% explosion radius, 60% push force radius increases. 35% slower firing speed. Cannot fire another rocket until the last has exploded. 65% plus damage to self from blast jumps, and one rocket in the chamber. Ooh. Boing. Gone. It has to go there. Sorry, it has to go there. Oof. That is bad. I haven't even used it, but I wouldn't. Stats are bad. I said this would be subjective, but stats are bad. Alright, the gunboats. Nah. You know what? I'm gonna change these categories a bit because I want to put them in a higher category, but I don't want to say they're overpowered because they're not. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'll leave that as that is. These are G. These are F. So S. Oh yeah, for me, because I have to rocket jump, it is an S. You know, I'll move that up into A. Uh, G. Literally terrible. Sorry. Actually, no, this stays useless. This is where the useless weapons go. Literally, no knockback from damage and air blast, which is good. But again, you're still taking the damage. It just makes it easier to be killed because they hit you with a rock with one. If say now if you don't have this weapon equipped and you get hit by a rock and you get sent up, it's very hard to hit you then unless you're good at aiming. Unless you're really good at aiming, you can flick up and shoot, and you can accurately judge where the projectile's going to go and where they are going to go, are they going to move left, right, etc. And but with this, you get hit once, they shoot twice, dead. Or if there's something like the double trouble, which ironically count as this, you get hit by 2 rockets, boom, you're very near dead. Then they hit you like a bison or like a little shotgun little shotgun damage, dead. Yeah, useless. Next we have the katana. Used to be good because you could just unsheath it as you wished. You could just you could rock jump in, attack, kill them, get extra health, and you could insta kill people with it if they had it. It used to be like around this for me. D tier now. You could still technically unsheath, but it's a glitch, and I really don't recommend you using the glitch. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. And now we move on to the man treads. I've never really used these, but purely looking at the stats, no. I'm gonna look at the stats purely for this one. Fast real time. Wearer never takes fall damage. Alright. Upon looking at the stats, this is the best weapon for someone with a rocket jumper. But I don't use it, so I mean it's good if it'd be good if the gunboats and man treads were combined. F. It's not useless, but it's not great. Next, we have the Maverick. Never used this one before, but you know what? I'll do off the stats. Anyone I don't know, I'm doing off the stats here. 20% fast projectile speed, 50% damage bonus, negative 50% clip size, negative 20% explosion radius. Rockets are affected by gravity. Uh-oh. No, bin. So he has 4. It doesn't have. Here's the thing. This wiki is either lying to me or someone has gone through and just said, you know what? I'm just gonna write 4 on every rocket launcher because there's negative 50% clip size, 4 rockets. But still, that is egregious. Rockets are affected by gravity. So basically, instead of just having to lead your shots to hit projectiles, you also get to place a mortar cannon and to properly aim where they're going to be. If you can get good with this, and you maybe can like pull off some like really cool sort of like mortar kills where you shoot over a building and wipe the whole team or something. You better off by the time you could properly know where you have to shoot a shot. Number one, you have to look where they are. You have to know they're there, so you have to die. Number two, you have to know where they are, and you have to use like where you think you have to use like your brain to think. Alright, so they were here, so if they're here and I go back around the building, I have to then they're there. So let me aim properly to not hit the building. Do you see what I mean? That's way too much thought to shoot a rocket in this game. When you could just use the direct hit, rock jump over and kill them. Or you could, be a spy. If you want to play like that, be spy. You can cloak, go around them, disguise, backstab them. Easy. Alright, next. Is that a stock shotgun? I think that's stock shotgun. No, it's not. The stock shotgun hasn't got stock. Ironically, it's a family business. Oh, literally don't really use this. I've never really used it. But looking at the stats, as I'm doing, 50% faster firing speed, 33% clip size, negative 10% damage. It's not bad from the stats. I might be wrong though if I personally used it. Our next, I believe, is the Liberty Launcher, which is I don't want to because earlier I thought, I was doing what I thought with TF2, but I'll look at the stats first. So Liberty Launcher, 20% push force spawn. What? Oh, on rocket and 40% projectile speed, negative 20 damage penalty. Of, I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the actual Liberty launcher. I mean, literally no. I mean, maybe it's good for rocket, but without the game is you don't need that extra push force. I believe this is the original next. Yep, it's a reskin with slight situational advantages. So I won't grade until I get to stock, which is here. This is the stock shotgun. C tier. Because it's the stock shotgun. It's good. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's good. It's reliable. It's useful, but I mean, you could use something else. But you're better off using like man threads, gunboats. Bison, E tier. I like it though. I actually enjoy using it. Just seeing them get vaporized, you lead your shot and they go and they get vaporized. It's brilliant. Tunnel rat. I actually really like this one. It's a C. It's a C. It's really good for rock jumping in, getting one rocket in, or maybe two if they're like a heavy, and then constant melee. And just because it bleeds, it does bleed damage. It's a bit less damage, but it does bleed damage, and it's really good. And I really like it. Rocket jumper, S tier. I really wholeheartedly can't put it in any other tier but useless. But do not take that to mean it is useless. It is not useless. It is good for rocket jumping, but it is useless be, because it's basically you have to build the loadout around it. If the other weapons are good, this weapon is good. It is in a static void where anything can. It's in a void where any little prod or little poke can send a spiraling. Can send to the good side where it can be really good, or it can be used in a loadout with the gunboats and something like the whip, which is useless. Wait, is that not stock shotgun? Apologies, I thought that was stock shotgun. Is that not stock shotgun? What is that image? Is that the reserve shooter? That's not what the reserve shooter looks like at all. Also, wait a minute, that's the reserve. Wait a minute, what? This is the reserve shooter. This is the reserve shooter. Then what is this? Is this also the reserve shooter? Oof, this is a really stupid shot. I should have made my own. Anyway, reserve shooter. I'll use both. Screw it. Reserve shooter. I mean, yeah, sure, it's alright. It's D tier. It's situational. I mean, you're better off just dealing the damage with the rocket launcher if you're that close to shotgun, or just shotgunning them anyway. Stock shotgun now. It's the stock shotgun. C tier. Now we're on to the torpedo. It's like the torpedo launcher. No, torpedo tube. 80% faster rockets. Up to 134% more damage, depending on distance travels. You can basically double it in a bit. You can double it the damage in a bit depending on how much it travels. But it loses 54% damage against players and fires 20% slower. E tier. I mean, it's not bad. I've never really used it. Just looking at the stats right now. I mean, just thinking about it, it's okay. But that whole 54% damage, like, number one, my playstyle, rocket jumping, you're never going to be close, you're never going to be far enough from an enemy to be dealing that much, the maximum amount of damage. So you're losing damage every shot and firing speed when you could just be using stock at this point, or anything else. Now, stock. A tier. If you need some splash damage in your life, but and all can't hit the direct hit, they're both really good. I would say purely. No. I would say they're both really good. Rock launcher is a tiny bit. I think direct hit is an upgrade, a pure upgrade. The downside is for good players, not even a downside, because they won't be hitting splash rockets. They will be hitting direct rockets. So it's basically just a complete upgrade of the directed is, but this is still really good for people who can't hit those shots. But I use the directed because it does more that. It's purely an increase for me because I rocket jump. And so I'll be closer to my opponents. They'll be less likely to joke because they're trying to move for me in a predictable way. And overall it's just easier. But S tier, A tier. Rocket Launcher's A tier, and that means the original is also A tier because it's a reskin. Now the Beggar's Bazooka. Hold fire to load up 3 rockets, release fire to unleash the barrage. Negative 20% explosion radius, plus 2 degrees random projectile deviation. Overloading the chamber will cause a misfire. C tier. Surprisingly useful. Because, number one, yes, it has less explosion radius, but because you have more rockets, you're more likely to hit. As well, that overloading chamber cause a misfire is literally a strategy of rocket jumping in itself. I.e., that being overload one rocket, fire, overload one rocket, then explode, fire the rest into the ground, and then fly off at the speed of light. Overall, pretty good. B tier, actually. For me, at least. And there we are. That is that. Thank you for watching this tier list. Sorry it took 26 minutes to get through it. I am obviously making more videos, and I am trying to, I'm trying to get videos out, but I'm mainly trying to just do this montage. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the day, and yeah, bye.